Namandavts, 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 namandavts. Namandavts, namandavts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to see you all. My name is Beryl Potter, and I would like to thank you for attending this morning's Dharma service. We will begin this service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kuwahara will strike the bell, and we will sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service. Okay?
Yes. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandavts, 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 namandavts.
Reverend Kuwahara will now chant the Junirai, which is on page 67 of the Purple Service Book.
So we are going to have Junirai Sutra chanting, and you see that this is a kind of musical note. And to read it, please go to page 21. So this is the how to read this musical note. So the top bar is A, and the second from the top is G, and the middle bar is E sound, and then D, C, and then so the Junirai, the first note is E, okay, and then going up to A. Okay. So you can follow this part to follow the sutra chanting, or you can just follow the English translation at the bottom of each page. 名安楽国無料物資主意念金色心情如線のシャマタ行如造部両目上脈小蓮華子が将来見出そう面前炎上如満月以降有如千日月小如天空くしら子が将来見出そう観音頂戴観知宇治主樹瞑想法称言のぶくげど馬け馬子が将来見出そう無美無苦交渉上習得経験女国小差利益徳自在子が将来見出そう十法明門菩薩衆無料小魔女三段一生主上願力寺子が将来見出そう根体法見知正形前言症状名大座おひざ上如線の子が将来見出そう十法将来勝負し権限人図し安楽戦後尊厳上苦行子が将来見出そう小無常無我と薬尿水月伝養老一種説法無名寺子が将来見出そう非尊仏説無悪名薬無女人悪道夫主任死神教非尊子が将来見出そう非尊無料法勉強無償種悪知識往生不大志菩提子が将来見出そう我説非尊苦毒寺修善無変如海水小逆前後小乗者衛生主上小非公ナマンダ Namandabu, 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 Namandabu. 감니시크도크 묘도세 이사이 노호տն보다 이심 오조 암라코. 나만답 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 나만답.
Please rise, if you are able, to follow along with the Gatha, Amita's Guiding Light, which is in the handout. Please remain standing for the reading of the Golden Chain 2. Well done. I will now recite the Golden Chain 2 on page 15 of the Purple Service Book. Please feel free to follow along. Golden Chain 2. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. You may be seated. You already got a head start. We will now have a children's Dharma message by Reverend Kuwahara.
Okay, good morning, everyone. おはようございます. Thank you very much for attending last Sunday of January already. Yeah, we celebrated the New Year 2026. But last week we had a New Year's party. I hope you had a wonderful time. ありがとうございました. Although I missed, but I heard, a lot of positive comments about the, mochitsuki and then bouncing house. Yeah, I'm so, happy to hear that you had a wonderful, great time, and then also enjoy mochi. Yeah. So so today, I really appreciate all the hard work of our Dharma school teachers. And then weekly Dharma school student and parent, we received a kind of announcement or notice. And then so this is the message, email for today's Dharma school. So today, bridge is a kind of topic for Dharma school class for today. So for me, speaking of a bridge, is Reverend Bridge. So we are part of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, Japanese Pure and Buddhist tradition. And then our school, our tradition has almost 60 temples on the mainland US. And then in the Bay Area, we have 8 temples, Jodo Shinshu temples. And then the closest one is located in Oakland, and then at Jackson Street. And then Bridge Sensei, Reverend Bridge, is the minister of the Buddhist Church of Oakland, BCO. So that's why, speaking of Bridge, he came to my mind first. And then, as you know, he plays the bass guitar. And then, if you go to the Oakland Church, Oakland Temple website, you can find many wonderful videos of his playing, guitar. He's a wonderful musician too. Wonderful, Buddhist Jodo Shinshu priest, minister, and then also a wonderful guitar bass player. Anyway, so speaking of bridge. As you know, there are many different kind of bridges. And then, I just, type bridge on the internet and then images. Then, I just, took this image. Then the question is, why do we need a bridge? Why do we need a bridge? Yes, Hansen, why? Yes, perfect. Yeah, wonderful answer. So to cross, mainly rivers. But sometimes, this is my, same way as what Hansen said. So to connect, crossing over something, and then we need to connect to different places, right? So that is the kind of role of bridge. Okay. So then, something's wrong. Okay, so then let me ask you a question. 네. So, I don't know how many people here today. Maybe 60, 70 people, right? Kana? 네. Okay, so how many people who like cold weather? Cold weather. And then how about like summer and hot weather? Oh, okay, yes, ありがとうございます。And how about the people who like spicy food, hot food? And then people who don't like. Oh, I see. Yeah. And then how about okay, so like people who like a type of indoor person? Indoor person. Okay. How about outdoor? I like outdoor activities. Oh, なるほどね。And then how about the people who like Chinese food? People who like Japanese food? Oh, okay. How about the people who like American food? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I can tell you you like eating. Wonderful. And then how about the people who like sports? How about the reading of books? And then, so speaking of sports, like who plays baseball? Who plays soccer? Oh, I see. Who plays like swimming? Who plays yoga? Okay. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much joining this. Oh, oh no. すいません. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Basketball. Yay. Yeah. ありがとう. Thank you, Willie. Yeah, I always. Yeah. I need other power. Oh, pickleball. Yeah, pickleball. Yeah. Pickleball. Oh, nice. Yeah. What? Oh, tennis. Yeah. Who plays like tennis? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I used to play tennis too. Yeah, so here we have 60, 70 people. I think each of us has a different, preferences, like a character, right? So some people, you raised your hands, same questions, and then some people, didn't, right? So among us, just these 60, 70 people, we have some similarities, but many more differences among us, right? So in other words, each of us is very unique. Each of us lives a very different life, right? And then each of us is special. So in other words, in our everyday life, we need to talk to, live with, people who have kind of different, people who have different ideas, different understanding, different, perspective, different preferences, right? So that's why we have to think about how to, connect with each other, how to bridge between the two different people. So in Buddhism, we talk about the Buddha. So who is Buddha? What is Buddha? Sometimes Buddha is described as one with a gentle face or smile, and then kind words, right? Gentle smile and kind words. That is Buddha. Or maybe the goal of us Buddhists, right? So when two different people meet and then start conversation dialogue, although we may have differences, sometimes we have different opinions, ideas, but as we show like a gentle smile and then kind of talk kind words, and then I'm sure we can, build a bridge between even when we have, two different people. And then how about this? What are they doing? Yeah, breaking bridges. So what are they? So maybe something opposite. Maybe angry or face, or maybe mean words. Those things break the bridges between us. So that's why today, so it says, build our bridges. This is really important thing. And then there are many different, religious teachings, especially in Buddhism, because our Buddha is, gentle face and then kind words. So we as a Buddhist, it's nice to kind of show our smile, gentle face, and then talk to other people, kind words. And then that's how we can, build a bridge between us. And then that's how we can know each other and then build a peace and harmony in this world. Okay, so this is my Dharma message for Dharma School students. ありがとうございました。So to conclude my message, please join me in 合唱。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara, for a wonderful Dharma message for the students. And timely, right? And timely. Please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha, the middle path, which is on the second handout. All right, you may be seated. Now, we would like to welcome the following new guests. Please feel free to stand or wave when your name is called. Ryan and Sons. There you go. Welcome. Joni. Harrison. Welcome, welcome. I will now read the announcements that have been submitted. The BBT Dharmanar monthly online study session will be Thursday, January 29th at 6:30. The topic is death. Yep. Right. That's the straight path, not the middle path. The sign-up link is on our website. It's on our website. Online meditation and discussion, Wednesday, February 4th at 7 p.m. The sign-up link is on our website. College Welcome Night, Friday, February 6th at 6 p.m. This is an in-person event to welcome college-aged young people to the temple. There will be a short service, an icebreaker, and activities led by Berkeley Nikkei Student Union, and dinner. Hope you can join us. The sign-up link is on our website and is included in the weekly email. Conversations in Career Exploration. Join Connecting Across Generations. Join Connecting Across Generations at the Jodo Shinshu Center, 2140 Durant Avenue in Berkeley, on Saturday, February 7th at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You'll learn about and share professional and personal insight from community leaders and members. Snacks will be provided. The flyer is posted in the social hall and included in the weekly email for information. The Jodo Shinshu Center parking will be limited next Sunday, February 1st. The gate will be open at 9 a.m. and close at 9:30 a.m. sharp, as usual. Please be advised, parking space might be limited due to an event taking place at the center. Can you do this? Thank you acknowledgements. Thank you acknowledge. No, this is you. That I remember. So Reverend Kuwahara will now come back.
Dharma school student will leave. So if you do, please do a oshoko, incense offering.
Yes.
So now I am going to deliver another message for adults. ごめんなさいね。はい。よいしょ。Okay, so before I start, I usually read this passage for your better understanding or listening for the Dharma, to the Dharma. So if you can please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. I listen as if I were hearing the Dharma for the first time. I listen as if the teaching were spoken just for me. I listen as if this were my last opportunity to hear the Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 So, how are you? 元気。Yeah, thank you. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. ね。Yeah, I was terrible. I forgot to mention the basketball. Because, yeah, maybe this tempo, playing basketball is very, very important thing. Yeah, especially. And then we will form a new basketball team. Sangha is coming back, so that's why I should have mentioned that. But ごめんなさい。Yeah. So I'm so careless. Well, anyway, so today in Dharma school, I talked about bridge. And then, so Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, speaking of Buddhism, there are many different kinds. And then Jodo Shinshu Buddhism is one of them. And then our school, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, is a part of Pure and Buddhist tradition. So this teaching is often described with the image of crossing over. I mean, from the shore of this Saha world or samsara of suffering, difficulties, challenges, to the other shore of nirvana or extinction of suffering, challenges, difficulties. And then to explain this journey, the picture called Two Rivers and the White Path is often used. And then, can you see this white path, right? So that white path is like a bridge. So this shore and then the other shore and then bridge. Yeah. So this white path connects the shore of samsara and then the shore of nirvana or Amida Buddha's Puran. So this is a kind of image. And this story, this picture is painted based on the parable or story created by this Chinese master Shandao, a Chinese monk who lived in the 7th century. And then this story, parable, is very easy to understand. And then, so that's why many Pure and Buddhists over centuries have appreciated this story. And then, so that's why many people drawn this picture. So if you go online and then Google or search like two rivers and white path or river of water, river of fire, and then you will find many similar images on in the internet. And then speaking of river of water, river of fire, there is a Jodo Shinshu Buddhist scholar, priest Taitetsu Uno Sensei. This is one of his famous books. If you're interested, please go to the library back there. We have a copy. I think 1 or 2 copies in the library. And then, this story, I think some of you may already know about this story because I think CJ Sensei, another minister of our temple, Reverend CJ, they gave a Dharma message about this parable story, I think sometime last year. But anyway, so today I would like to introduce this story in a slightly different way. What you will see today is more like a game-style animation. Okay, game-style animation. So this animation was created by a former staff member of the research center of Honganji. Honganji is our mother temple located in Kyoto, Japan. Yeah. And then we have a research center. And then one of the staff member, kind of his hobby, Joy, he created this anime or game style like a story. So let me share this story with you. So this PowerPoint, there are almost close to 100 slides. But this is not that long. Kind of quickly, So this is the introduction of the parable of the two rivers and then a white path. Okay. So there is a traveler journeying with 24 million miles. This is very Buddhistic, scale. Yeah. And then on the way, there is suddenly two rivers. Then one is a river of fire, extending to the south, and then one is a river of water, extending to the north. And then the river is each kind of wide open. Yeah. And then continue with that end to the south and the north. Right? And then in between, this white thing. In between the river of water and the fire, there is a thin white path. They are like a 5-inch width. The length from the eastern bank to the western bank is kind of 100 paces. And then can you see this kind of movement? So violent waves from the river of water crash down onto the path, while the flames from the river of fire rise up and scorch it. And then water and fire alternate attacking the path without stopping even for a little bit. Oh, by the way, this PowerPoint slide was originally created in Japanese. And then some ministers and members of the Southern District, Los Angeles area, they kind of helped to translate into English. And then when this traveler approached a vast, boundless, playing field, and then there's nothing, no other people. This is so cute. Many bandits and then, terrifying beasts exist there. And then so they, chase this traveler to kind of kill him. So this traveler by himself, chased by bandits and then those beasts. He was so, scared and then fearing this. So to run away from them, they, went westward. Yeah, he hit the, river of fire, river of water, right? And then he said, he thought that the river has no end to the south or north. I can see a thin, white path in the middle, but extremely narrow, just 5-inch, right? So even though the distance between the eastern and the western banks are close, how can I get across? So I'm definitely going to die today. So if I turn back to the east, so they are kind of chasing, they're coming to the traveler. And then if I flee to the north and south, still, they are kind of chasing. So if I follow the path westward, it's likely that I will fall into the rivers of water and fire. So there are no words that can adequately express what the traveler is feeling, and as the traveler trembles with fear. Then he thinks, if I turn around, I will die. Right? And then if I remain here, I will die because of those bandits and then like a beast. And then if I go forward, maybe I fall in the river of fire or water, and then I will die. So if I cannot escape death, I choose to follow this path and keep going forward. So since this path, is here, surely it can be crossed. And then when the traveler thinks this, then suddenly he hears encouraging voice from the eastern shore. Don't hesitate. Just follow the path. Your death is not determined. But if you stay here, you will definitely die. And then he heard another voice calling from the western bank, saying, it's okay to come right away, single-heartedly, without hesitation. I will protect you. That's a voice he heard. And then don't fear falling into the river of water and the river of fire. Then, so he heard, this traveler heard two kind of voice or kind of encouragement. And then he decided to, cross without doubt, fearing hesitation, and then wavering. So he started crossing this narrow path. And then now those guys, came to the, bank, shore. And then they called out, hey, come back. The path is dangerous. You cannot go to the opposite bank. So you will die for sure. They tried to, stop him. And then they also say, we have no reason to kill you, right? Yeah. And then the traveler hears calling voices, and then without looking back, then, he just proceeded. And then he arrived at the western bank. And then arriving the other shore, then cross the white path, separated from all distress, meet good friends, and then endless happiness and joy. So this is the story, this parable of two rivers and then white path. And then the Shandao Chinese master, after telling this story, he kind of starts explaining kind of each item what they are. Yeah. So for example, Eastern Bank, this represents this samsara, or kind of saha world, full of delusion and suffering. And then Western Bank represents nirvana, or Amida Buddha's pure. And then those, bandits and the terrifying, beasts, they are, our body and the minds, especially kind of blind passions or afflictions. And then there is kind of boundless, kind of nothing there in the field. And what's that? Oh, ごめんなさい。ですね。So that open field is kind of only by yourself. You have no chance to meet a good teacher. And these two rivers, and then river of water, river of fire. So the water signifies greed, and then fire signifies anger and hate. And then there is a kind of narrow, white path that signifies kind of entrusting, pure entrusting mind, or in Japanese, our Jodo Shinshu term Shinjin, to accept the guidance or encouragement of the Buddhas. But our kind of mind, entrusting heart is kind of always attacked by our greed, anger, or three poison. So it's very slight and subtle. So that's why it's a very narrow, path. So our mind of greed constantly arising and then contaminating the pure and trusting heart. And then flames, fire constantly scorching the path, signifying our anger always scorching our pure mind. And then this part, so it's kind of rely on the encouragement, guidance of Buddha, and then proceed towards the nirvana or the pure. So the traveler, heard two voices, encouragement, and then that is from the encouragement from the eastern bank is Shakyamuni Buddha. And then those guys, they try to stop it. So they are the kind of people who kind of follow the different past teaching of Amida Buddha, and then unreasonably pursuing the person, traveler, as follow. Hey, nameless practitioners, you will fail on the path of enlightenment and lose its benefit. Stop it. They try to stop the nameless practitioner. And then the person, calls from the west bank is Amida Buddha. And then the idea is to try to liberate or bring the traveler from the samsara. And then once he crosses it, and then this, once crossing the white path, river means kind of attaining birth in the Pure Land, and then meet Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. So the traveler accepts Shakyamuni Buddha's encouragement, and then also Amida Buddha calling come to the Pure Land or Nirvana with a compassionate mind. And then this traveler has no concern, and then he successfully crossed the bridge, this path. So that means, after completing this life, he is liberated from samsara and then attain birth in the Pure Land. And then joining Buddhas and then Bodhisattvas in order to kind of start a new life as a Buddha to provide a guidance those still in suffering. Hi. So this is the story. Little bit kind of contemporary, twist or approach. Usually using like a traditional picture image and then explain it. But this is how this stuff he spent his time, extra time, and then he made a kind of close to 100, slides of, this PowerPoint. But anyway, so. I hope you remember Matsumoto Sensei, Reverend Matsumoto, who served our temple before. He sometimes used this story as a Dharma school skit. Do you remember that? So he, divides the, like a pews, left and right pews. And then like one side is kind of river of fire. Ask the audience members to kind of river of fire, and then people kind of waving this way, fire. And then the other side is the river of water. And then when Matsumoto Sensei said, river of water, and then people say like waving like this. And then, we have a Dharma school student back there, which is like a eastern shore. And then Amida Buddha statue is here. So this is like a Western Shore. So, and then, letting other Dharma school student narration. And then this Dharma school student working from the back toward, to the, statue. And that's how Matsumoto Sensei created a skit for this parable. When I first saw it, I was really amazed by Matsumoto Sensei, Reverend Matsumoto's idea. He was genius. Yeah. But anyway, so this story, as I said, created in the 7th century in China. And then in those days, there is no internet, there is no YouTube. So, but for many people, this story exercising their imagination, and then they visualize kind of spiritual journey of Pure Land Buddhist, right? Encouragement of the Shakyamuni Buddha, and then encouragement Amida Buddha, but the river of fire, river of water, those greed, angers, kind of my own, blind passions. And then there are many other distractions. Hey, if you recite the Nembutsu, Buddha's name, you go to the hell, right? So all those things Shandao put together, and then he created this parable story. And then it's easy to kind of visualize, like this way. So, as I said, this is a 7th century creation, story. But even 21st century in the United States, we have a totally different cultural background, situation. But I believe we can learn something from this story, especially as a Pure Land Buddhist. So since I talked about the bridge in the Dharma school student, and then, this Sunday is no specific topic, right? So every month we have a service with some topic or kind of to observance. Right? But this Sunday, kind of free Sunday, free topic for me. So that's why I use the Dharma school topic bridge, and then also introduce this, Pure Land Buddhist classics, very classic. But I thought something telling us. So this concludes my Dharma message. But if you have any question or comments, yes. Beasts.
They often take the form of like loving family members that
Mm-hmm.
are asking me, instead of telling me, "Oh, what are you doing? You sit on your cushion all day," and it seems to dysregulate you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of like ideas about me crumbling down, and it is unsettling, and it can be super hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes feel like, those bandits are just telling me like, "Oh, come back and don't. Oh, this ritual will be kind and loving," and they are kind and loving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's sometimes going to make it so hard for me to, this one, you just hears voices, it's like, oh, right, I'm going there.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it feels a lot more like, listen, and I hear the voice back and that. I can't really get to that, right, I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So as I said, this is a kind of spiritual journey of Pure Land Buddhist, right? And then when we follow a religious teaching or religious path, but we are not living by ourselves. Sometimes we have a friends, family members. And then if we have the same faith, then it's easy. But sometimes even within family members, even within, our friend circle, we sometimes have a different, religious faith or like ideas and values. So sometimes we hear many different voices. This is kind of one way to take those bandits and then, beasts. But at the same time, I think Shandao may try to talk about some sort of hesitation or spiritual struggle within ourselves as we follow the path of religious teaching, right? So I think that's why I think there are two ways. Maybe those bandits and then beasts are maybe some people, around us try to kind of stops us, kind of discourage our, pursuing religious path. But also another take is kind of our inner struggle, kind of following, kind of try to deeper understanding of the teaching. But the thing is, as a Buddhist, especially Buddhist, Buddha or Dharma is the most important direction, or like a compass, or dynamism, encouragement. So maybe at some point, we accept guidance and then try to kind of, proceed, continue to follow the path. I think, Shandao, he himself spent whole his life as a Buddhist practice. And then maybe at the early stage, I believe he had some spiritual struggle. Am I really okay? Am I really, good to follow this spiritual path, this teaching? Because there are many other, Buddhist traditions. There are many other Buddhist paths. So symbolically, there are 84,000 gates in Buddhism, which means there are many different gates, entrances to reach the goal of enlightenment. And then each of us, needs to pick, choose which entrances, which paths among the, this is a symbolic number, 84,000, but among there are many, paths. And then we have to think about which path is the most appropriate to me, which one is the most suitable for me, right? So that kind of inner reflection, and then kind of checking each path, that is part of a practice for Buddhists, us Buddhists. Yeah. So that's why I kind of deeply listen to the Dharma, and then deeply, honestly, humbly checking, looking at ourselves, who I am, which path can I really follow, which practice can I completely, successfully complete. That kind of constant inner reflection is very, very important for Buddhists. I think that is kind of so-called meditation, or kind of listen to the Dharma. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Any other comments or question? Yes.
What was the significance of the part where he went through the empty field?
Oh, empty field. Yeah, sorry, that part, I kind of skipped the narration. So that part is open field, according to this story, is kind of open field just by yourself. It feels very lonely, right? Isolated. That means kind of in this world, it's really difficult to find the true guidance, or true teacher, or true companion. So living especially life in this samsara, is not easy. So that's why you want to somebody, live your life together, especially with spiritual guidance, right? But this open field just by yourself, nothing out there, is kind of, this is a spiritual take of, in this samsara. It's really hard to find a kind of spiritual kind of companion or teacher to follow, or kind of go through this open field, nothing out there. Oh, by the way, so today, I have a full version. I think a two-sided long story version. I know some people like a more traditional style, not a contemporary, animation type. So you can take, after the service, you can take this handout to read the full story of this, Two Rivers and White Path. Okay, ありがとうございます。Thank you very much for participating in the Q&A session. I'll be at the social hall after the service. If you have further questions and comments, feel free to talk to me. ありがとうございました。Thank you again for attending today's service. I'd like to conclude my message with Gasho. So if you can, please put your hands together. ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。So now I'd like to say thank you to all those who have made today's service possible. First, Beryl, thank you very much for being a wonderful chairperson today. You did a great job. Yeah. and then, if you are interested in, standing here and then being a chairperson, yeah, please let us know. We're always looking for a chairperson. And then the live streaming team for your help during today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then thank you, Emiko-san, for playing the piano for Garza beautifully today. ありがとうございます。So today's Garza, the second one is a middle path. That one was difficult. But the reality is, to follow the path, middle path is difficult too, right? Kind of to, not going extreme. To keep the balance is not easy. So middle path is not easy. Yeah. And then thank you, the Dharma School teachers and Dharma School parents. Thank you very much for your guidance to our Dharma School students. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, Tara, for being a minister's assistant to assist me today. Thank you, Tara. ありがとうございます。And then lastly, thank you, January monthly group, Toban, for preparing the refreshment in the social hall, which is very, very important a part of this service, to feed us. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。So this concludes today's service. Thank you everyone who joined the service today in person and virtually. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.